Embarking on a quest for self-discovery and affirmation is a challenge that each of us encounters at some stage in our lives. In this journey, a pivotal aspect is mastering the art of setting personal boundaries and understanding the significance of saying no. Frequently, we fall into the pattern of prioritizing the needs and desires of others, often to the detriment of our own interests and well-being. This discourse aims to delve into the dynamics that underpin this behavior, underscoring the importance of acknowledging and respecting our own limits. We will explore how the act of distancing ourselves from harmful situations or relationships is not merely a survival mechanism but also a potent manifestation of self-respect and independence. Throughout this narrative, we will examine the multifaceted nature of this process, considering how the capacity to say no and maintain a clear trajectory in life can revolutionize our relationship with ourselves and others, leading to a more genuine and fulfilling life. Before we proceed, ensure your subscription and feel free to share your insights in the comments section during the video. Let's commence with an intriguing and common phenomenon: the propensity of many individuals to devote their time and energy to others, often exceeding their own limits and needs. But what lies at the root of this behavior? It could stem from an internal quest for personal validation, a deep yearning to be valued and accepted, or perhaps a belief that their self-esteem is inextricably linked to how they are perceived by others. This excessive preoccupation with others' perceptions can become a snare. When you overly concern yourself with what others think, you risk losing your own identity. You become a mirror of others' expectations and opinions, as if your existence hinged on their approval. This can be draining and, in many instances, lead to a relentless cycle of seeking recognition and acceptance. This quest for acceptance can be driven by various factors. Some may feel insecure about their worth, relying on external validation to feel valuable. Others might have grown up in environments where love and attention were contingent on fulfilling others' expectations, leading them to believe that this is the sole path to being loved or respected. However, it's vital to recognize that this constant pursuit of others' approval can be a solitary and unsatisfying journey. It's akin to trying to fill an inner void with something perpetually out of reach. The key to breaking this cycle may reside in fostering a healthier relationship with oneself, learning to value your own opinions and needs. By doing so, one can begin to tread a path of greater authenticity and personal contentment, where the views of others are merely a part of the whole and not the determinant of one's happiness and self-esteem. Many of us find ourselves expending time and energy on others. But why does this occur? Is it a search for affirmation or a deep desire to be appreciated? An excessive concern with others' judgments can turn us into prisoners of these perceptions. If you often find yourself in this predicament, I wish to share with you a valuable strategy to reclaim your sovereignty and self-esteem. This strategy is simply known as walking away. It may seem somewhat abrupt, but in certain situations, it's a necessary step to reaffirm your personal power. In life, we encounter various individuals. Some do not respect boundaries, others are overly dependent, or even cruel and self-serving. Demonstrating to these individuals that you are willing to walk away not only reinforces your independence, but also regains control over your own life. The power of walking away is bolstered by two essential pillars: the ability to say no and the presence of a clear direction in your life. If you tend to get lost in the desires of others, or worse, feel used or mistreated, you likely struggle with refusing requests and lack a defined purpose. Possessing a clear goal signals to the world that you value your time and, by extension, your life. This naturally distances you from scenarios where your boundaries are disregarded. Staying focused on your path diminishes the need to seek external validation. Remember, Walking away is not just a physical action but a mindset of self-worth and respect. Adopting this stance sends a powerful message: you are the master of your life. Thank you for dedicating your time to this reflection. Walking away might sound like a harsh move, but at certain times, it becomes an essential action to assert one's autonomy in a given scenario. Throughout life's journey, we encounter numerous individuals. Some of these encounters are fleeting, like leaves in the wind, while others deeply root themselves in our hearts. Each interaction, whether brief or lasting, leaves its unique mark on our personal narrative. Deciding to step back is not always easy. Often, it comes with a mix of emotions, a blend of relief with a hint of nostalgia. But it's important to remember that taking control of our own story is a sign of maturity and self-awareness. Knowing when to say goodbye, when to close a chapter, is a vital skill in building a fulfilling and authentic life. In some cases, this choice might seem selfish to others. However, it's an act of self-preservation. By moving away from situations or individuals that no longer align with our values or aspirations, we make room for new opportunities and enriching experiences. This journey of personal discovery is a mosaic of meetings and farewells, each contributing a unique color to the larger picture of our existence. These moments of departure, though sometimes painful, are crucial for our growth. They teach us about our limits, desires, and, most importantly, about who we truly are. By sharing these reflections, I hope to spark curiosity and interest in my audience, encouraging them to look at their own stories with a new perspective full of possibilities and learning. Among the various individuals who cross our paths, some present particular challenges in understanding and respecting personal boundaries. Some can be overly dependent, clinging to us and demanding an excessive amount of our time and energy. These interactions, although often well-intentioned, can become draining, creating an imbalance in the relationship. On the other hand, there are those individuals we might categorize as unpleasant and ill-intentioned. These are individuals who, unfortunately, view social interactions as an opportunity for manipulation and exploitation. They can act maliciously, using sarcasm, criticism, or abusive behaviors to demean others, aiming for their own benefit without any regard for the well-being of others. These negative interactions, though challenging, offer valuable learning opportunities. They teach us the importance of establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries. Learning to identify and deal with such personalities is crucial for our emotional health and personal development. It teaches us to be assertive, to stand up for our values, and not to allow others to treat us disrespectfully or harmfully. By making the conscious decision to distance ourselves from those who do not respect our boundaries, we are sending a powerful message, both to ourselves and to them. This attitude clearly demonstrates that we are not beholden to anyone and that we have the power and autonomy to choose who is part of our lives. This gesture of withdrawal is not just an act of self-affirmation, but also an important step in regaining control over our well-being and capabilities. This choice to distance ourselves can be seen as an act of self-defense and preservation. By distancing ourselves from toxic individuals or draining relationships, we are taking care of our mental and emotional health. We are prioritizing our personal space and investing in our own growth. It's a reminder that we are the primary architects of our happiness and inner peace. Moreover, this action can have a significant impact on those who are prone to overstepping boundaries. It can serve as a call for reflection, an opportunity for them to recognize the impact of their actions and perhaps initiate changes in their behavior. The power of walking away is indeed reinforced by two fundamental pillars: the assertiveness of no and the clarity of direction. Firstly, the word no is a potent tool in the art of setting boundaries. It's simple, direct, and effective. By saying no, you communicate your needs, preferences, and limits clearly. This act of self-affirmation is essential for maintaining healthy and respectful relationships. It's a declaration of independence, showing that you are in control of your choices and actions. No is more than just a refusal. It's an act of self-respect and self-awareness. It allows us to reject situations that displease us, commitments that overburden us, and behaviors that disrespect us. This word, when used assertively and respectfully, is a sign of inner strength and confidence. Secondly, direction is the element that guides us to where we want to go, both literally and metaphorically. It's the compass that points us toward our goals and aspirations. Having a clear direction in life means knowing what we want and where we are headed. It's about having a vision for our future and the determination to pursue it. When we are clear about our direction, we are less likely to be swayed by negative opinions or distracted by unproductive relationships. We become more and metaphorically. Having a direction in life means having goals, aspirations, and a clear sense of purpose. It's about knowing where you're headed, which makes decision-making easier and helps you choose paths that align with your values and objectives. Direction provides focus, helping you steer clear of distractions and negative influences. Together, the ability to say no and having a clear direction form a powerful duo. While no shields you from unwanted external pressures, direction keeps you on track toward achieving your goals and dreams. These principles are essential for maintaining personal integrity and living a life that is genuinely yours. If you often find yourself succumbing to the desires of others, or worse, being taken advantage of, manipulated, or mistreated, it might signal a struggle with asserting no and the lack of clear direction. These are red flags that warrant attention and introspection. The difficulty in saying no can stem from a need to please, avoid conflict, or from believing that your needs and wants are less important. This behavior, seemingly benign at first, can lead to a cycle of self-denial and bitterness, creating an environment where exploitation can thrive. Conversely, a lack of direction can result from uncertainty, low self-awareness, or fear of pursuing your true passions. Without a clear direction, it's easy to be swayed by the will and goals of others, missing out on the chance to live a life that truly reflects your own desires. Recognizing these patterns within yourself is the first step toward change. It starts with building self-esteem and self-awareness, understanding what you truly value and wish for your life. From there, you can begin practicing assertiveness, learning to say no when needed, and setting and pursuing your own goals and aspirations. Indeed, the inability to say no and the lack of clear direction can lead to a less firm and assertive demeanor. Without being anchored in your own values and objectives, you become more susceptible to the influence and desires of others. This lack of firmness can be sensed by others, and in some cases, unfortunately exploited. When people detect this lack of direction in someone, they might feel emboldened to impose their own wills and objectives. This can happen subtly or more overtly, but the outcome is the same. You might end up living a life that mirrors others' expectations and desires rather than your own. It's important to stress that having a direction in life doesn't equate to having a rigid plan or an unalterable vision of the future. It's about having a sense of purpose, knowing what matters to you, and making decisions that align with those values and goals. Direction acts as a guide, an internal compass that helps navigate life's complexities and challenges. The ability to say no, on the other hand, is an act of self-affirmation. It's about recognizing and honoring your own limits, needs, and desires. Saying no isn't just about rejecting something undesired. It's also an affirmation of yourself and what you hold dear. If you're enjoying this, don't miss the chance to purchase the ebook now, Stoicism in the 21st Century, Ancient Strategies for Modern Challenges. Unlock your prosperity, abundance, and improve your relationships with this ebook. Link in the pinned comment. When individuals notice someone's lack of dedication to personal goals, they might start to view that person's time as less valuable than their own. This perception can lead to a harmful dynamic where it's expected that you prioritize the needs and desires of others above your own. Such a situation not only devalues your time and efforts but can also establish a pattern where your own goals and aspirations are consistently sidelined. This dynamic can be subtle and is often not done with deliberate intent. However, it reinforces the idea that the needs of others are more important, which can lead to a cycle of self-neglect. When you spend most of your time meeting others' expectations, you might miss out on the opportunity to invest in yourself and your own objectives. This situation underscores the importance of developing a sense of direction and purpose. Having clear, personal goals helps establish healthy boundaries and make decisions that reflect your own priorities. This doesn't mean disregarding the needs of others, but rather finding a balance between helping others and taking care of yourself. Moreover, learning to value your own time and efforts is crucial. This involves recognizing your worth and the importance of your own goals and aspirations. By valuing yourself, you teach others to do the same. From the perspective of those who see others as less committed to their own goals, there might arise the notion that by dedicating time to meet their demands, you are in a way using your time productively, serving their interests. This view is problematic because it places the value of your time and efforts solely in the context of its usefulness to others, and not in relation to your own satisfaction and personal growth. This mindset can lead to the belief that your worth is intrinsically tied to your ability to be useful to others, rather than recognizing your inherent value as an individual. Such an approach not only undervalues your own aspirations and needs but can also lead to a loss of self-esteem and a sense of dissatisfaction with life. It's essential to recognize that being useful to others is just one of the many ways to spend your time meaningfully. The true value of your time also lies in working toward your own goals, taking care of yourself, or simply doing things that bring you joy and fulfillment. By dedicating yourself intensely and purposefully to a personal goal, you embark on a journey of profound self-appreciation. This dedication not only reflects a clear definition of priorities but also resonates as an affirmation of the value of your time and life. This stance sends a strong message both to yourself and to those around you, indicating that every moment is precious and should be used thoughtfully and meaningfully. This choice to live with a clear purpose fundamentally changes how others perceive you. People begin to see someone who makes deliberate choices about how to invest their time, someone who is not available to be indiscriminately consumed by the whims of others. Instead of being seen as a resource for others, you are viewed as an individual with your own desires, ambitions, and passions. Committing to your goals has several distinct advantages. First, there's a sense of authenticity and integrity. Your actions and choices begin to mirror your internal values and beliefs, providing a sense of genuine and true living. Second, this dedication fosters an increase in self-respect and, consequently, the respect others have for you. When you demonstrate that you value your own time, you naturally teach others to do the same. Furthermore, this attitude of commitment can serve as a source of inspiration for those around you. Witnessing your effort and the achievements that come from it, you become a positive example, encouraging others to pursue their own dreams and passions. There's also the critical aspect of establishing healthy boundaries. By dedicating yourself to your goals, You learn to say no to demands that don't align with your priorities, maintaining a healthy balance between helping others and taking care of yourself. Additionally, maintaining a focus on your personal goals and aspirations is an effective strategy for distancing yourself from situations where your boundaries are disregarded or where you are subjected to mistreatment. This ability to step away from harmful environments is crucial in various aspects of life, whether in the workplace, marital relationships, or even friendships. In a professional setting, for example, having a clear sense of direction can help you identify when a work situation is becoming toxic or detrimental, whether it's due to colleagues who don't respect your boundaries or an excessive and unbalanced workload. Knowing when and how to step back can be vital for your mental health and career advancement. Similarly, in personal relationships, such as marriages or friendships, the ability to stay true to your own goals and values helps to recognize when these relationships are becoming one-sided or harmful. It can often be challenging to recognize and admit that a close relationship is doing more harm than good. However, by focusing on your own needs and goals, you become more adept at realizing when it's time to withdraw and seek healthier and more balanced environments and relationships. This ability to step away is not just a form of self-preservation, it's also an act of self-respect. It involves recognizing your own worth and understanding that you deserve to be in situations and relationships that are respectful and reciprocal. By weaving these concepts into a narrative, the message can effectively convey the importance of self-discovery, self-affirmation, and the power of walking away when necessary. It emphasizes the value of setting personal boundaries, saying no, and having a clear direction in life. These elements are key to living authentically and fulfilling your potential. Empowerment and self-defense are pivotal themes that prompt listeners to reflect on the significance of safeguarding themselves from harmful circumstances. It's vital to acknowledge the importance of seeking environments that foster well-being and personal development. Being centered on your own journey has the effect of diminishing an excessive preoccupation with the lives and opinions of others. When you focus on yourself, the need for external validation significantly decreases. You come to realize that the only person you truly need to prove anything to is yourself. This level of self-awareness and confidence is liberating and fundamental to building a genuine and fulfilling life. Distancing yourself from abusive individuals and harmful environments is a potent means of preserving your self-respect and integrity. This is not a sign of weakness but rather a testament to strength and self-awareness. By making this choice, you are opting not to let your mental health and well-being be undermined by toxic situations or relationships. This approach also conveys a clear message to the world: you are the master of your life. You determine who and what merits your time and energy. This doesn't imply a lack of care for friends, family, or partners. On the contrary, it demonstrates that while you cherish and value your relationships, you do not rely on them for your happiness or self-worth. Setting and maintaining healthy boundaries is a way of showing that you respect yourself and expect others to do the same. In negotiation scenarios, adopting the willingness to walk away sends a powerful signal, particularly in a business context. This attitude indicates to others that you have alternative options and that while you are interested, you are not solely dependent on that particular deal for your success. This is a display of confidence and an abundance mindset, which can be highly influential in negotiations. The abundance mindset isn't necessarily rooted in having wealth, possessions, or a wide social network. Rather, it's about an internal perspective, a state of contentment and confidence in your ability to achieve and create opportunities. When you operate from this mindset, you exude a sense of self-assurance and self-sufficiency that can be very appealing and persuasive to others. This principle also extends to personal relationships. It's natural and important to love and value the people in your life, but it's crucial to understand that you don't need them for your happiness or sense of worth. This understanding enables you to build healthier, more balanced relationships free from excessive dependency. In the context of negotiations, the readiness to walk away and the seriousness with which you approach this stance is often the most powerful position. This is because it shows that you are making a deliberate choice, not acting out of desperation or compulsion. By being willing to leave the negotiation if the terms are not favorable, you retain control and integrity over the situation. This posture not only enhances your chances of securing a favorable outcome but also ensures that regardless of the result, you remain in a position of strength. You emerge victorious by upholding your standards and respecting your own boundaries.
Thank you for listening, everyone. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to receive great videos every day from the Quotes of Stoic channel. Goodbye and see you again.